Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, standing in for Bill Potter today. And today we are talking about the holiday season and the decorations and the electronics that come along with that. So today I am joined by our very special guest, the Dubois County Solid Waste Management Director, Carla Striegel-Winner. And she is wearing her lovely red today to support our lovely Christmas tree we have. So we have Carla here today to just kind of talk about recycling lights and recycling all kinds of stuff. So, Carla, I would just like to ask first, like, what is the most important thing for this holiday season, or what are you seeing most at the solid waste management?
Yeah. So, well, at our process center, we are very busy this time of year. People sometimes don't realize that, but we're very, very busy because we take in a lot of different items, everything from large items in our large item dumpster to all types of electronics, appliances, whatever. So people are cleaning up, getting ready for the holidays. They're buying new things, getting rid of old things. So it's busy for us at the process center during our regular hours. So we see a lot of things. We see a lot of electronics. One thing that, of course, we wanted to talk about today was our special program on our Christmas light recycling. We just do that basically this time of year. I mean, we can take them at any time of year, but now is when people have them out. And so this is the 5th year that we have done a Christmas light recycling program in the county, and people seem to really appreciate that we have that. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it just so happens that I have this strand of lights we have from the office, and it actually, some of these don't work, and I was advised not to plug it in because, you know, half of them don't work.
Yeah.
So I can take these to the waste management center as well as various other locations to recycle them, right?
Yeah, actually, and I'll just take them from you.
Well, thanks. I don't need them.
Yeah, so and this is just a perfect example. So basically what we have set up is we've set up with the local Rural King. Anytime they're open, they have barrels right inside their doors, and you can just come and bring your lights like this. We appreciate them just like this, or they can be like in a grocery bag or something like that. But we don't want like the cardboard box packaging and all of that stuff. We're just looking for the strands of lights. And this is actually a really perfect example because these are the old incandescent style lights. And so they use a lot more energy than the LED lights. A lot of people are switching over to the LEDs. A lot of folks still have these and they think, but they still work, I should keep them. It's okay to recycle them. We don't want you to throw them in the trash because they can be recycled. And what we've got is the inside, the strands of lights is wiring, and that's metal, and that's what is recyclable. It's not really the little glass on them. So what we're interested in is just the strands, not rigid shapes. Those are kind of hard to deal with, but you can just bring them in just like this, and we service those bins that are at Rural King. There's barrels right there at the entrance. We service those so that hopefully they're not overflowing. And last year, I think we got like 1,300 pounds of lights. So that's probably 2 to 3 truckloads of lights. When those are stacked up on the ground, it looks like an SUV. You know, it's about that size. So, and we've been doing this for 5 years. So, and we've taken in almost 5,000 pounds of lights in those 5 years. So, yeah. So basically, that's a perfect example, and I will take those back with me today and get them recycled. We can. So again, Rural King or our process center, which is just off of Old Huntingburg Road. Anytime we're open, usually the retail hours at Rural King are a little bit more open for folks to go to than our limited hours. But yeah, you're welcome to bring them out to us as well.
Yes,
so, yeah.
and with these as well as any electronics, really, just kind of handle them with care. Make sure you're not kind of throwing things and whatnot. Make sure that whoever's handling them next isn't like in a huge hazardous state, right?
Right, I mean, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and I mean, usually what we get with these, we don't have any problems. But yeah, so they should be fine. Like I said, they can be in a bag or just completely like that, and you're good to go. And we'll be taking those from now, and we start just before Thanksgiving. because a lot of folks start putting their stuff up right around Thanksgiving or getting their Christmas stuff out right before Thanksgiving, all the way till mid-January. So about the 14th of January is when we'll be taking the barrels down from Rural King. So if you'd happen to have them after that, you can still bring them to our process center. But just, you know, I know because I've got some at home that I'm like, I should keep them. I think I'll use them again. And, you know, if they're 100% great and reusable, you can try donating those. But a lot of them, like these especially, have got some lights that aren't working. And it's just kind of, just go ahead and recycle them.
Definitely. That is a good time frame, though. I mean, I'm more of a Halloween person myself, so I mean, there's a lot more Halloween decorations that include string lights like these and all kinds.
That is true that they're starting to,
So whatever holiday you have, that's why I say holiday lights as it is, because I mean, whatever holiday lights you have, it's a good time to donate so that you can clean up the clutter and get more space for new lights, new energy efficient LEDs, which more and more people, as you said, are kind of switching over. So
and they hopefully last longer.
Yes,
I know some of them, but yeah.
So with old recycling old things and getting new things, we also wanted to talk about various electronic recycling, so smaller electronics. So do you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah. So I noticed you have either a smartwatch or a Fitbit or something
Fitbit.
on. So that could be one of our devices that we'd be talking about, or a cell phone, tablet.
I've got it all. So pretty technologically wired, but not as bad as some people.
So, and your tablets, we have a special program that we were able to start through a grant last year in 2021, where we have recycle bins at each of our 5 county libraries. So that's all 4 branches of the Jasper Dubois libraries and the Huntingburg library system, the library in Huntingburg. We have recycle bins specifically for those small devices. It has a slot in it, so the slot is big enough for your tablet, not big enough for a laptop, and the cords and any of the small devices, from the smartwatches, the phones, even your old flip phones. I know some people have got a drawer full of those. Good time to clean out those drawers. But though that's year round that we do that, but now is a good time to kind of be talking about that while people are cleaning up for the holidays, and then also getting new stuff. And when you get new stuff, it's good to recycle the old stuff that is outdated. So and in Indiana, we were talking about this earlier, and it's actually illegal to throw your electronics in the trash. And that's because of all the heavy metals and different things that they have in them. So
yes, I know
that can be recycled. So we want to do that.
Yeah, I definitely overheard you mentioning that earlier with Ty on WBDC, and I was like, I definitely have done at least something like that once in my life, so I felt bad. But now that I know that your center actually like takes in all of this stuff, it would be it's just like something in the back of your brain where it's like, okay, junk drawer back here. Oh yeah, I could actually recycle this stuff instead of directly throwing it away.
Right.
Because I mean, when you get this stuff shipped to you, typically to your house, it has that big caution sticker with the battery thing on there. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you there's something a little hazardous about it, so the way that you dispose of something should also be just as careful. Right, exactly.
And so we do have those free at all 5 of our county libraries. You can also bring those to our process center for free recycling as well. And then also at our process center during our regular hours, we do take the larger items, the laptops, the desktop computers, the TVs. We have set fees for those. So we do take those items as well. And that's one thing we get a lot of this time of year as folks get newer stuff, they're recycling the old stuff. So we love that we have that available with the libraries and that we can do that partnership with the libraries. We pick up recycling from them anyway, so we're able to pick those items up when we pick their recycling up.
That's a good, easy way to pick up a few more pieces every time you make that trip to recycle.
Yep.
Definitely. I mean, do you guys still get those huge tube TVs kind of in?
So what I say is that I think every Dubois County has 3 of those in their basement. Because we still get those in. Now, we are getting less in the sort of the solid waste districts, we have to keep track of our tonnage, which is the number of pounds or the number of tons of items that we get, and that's what we have to report to the state every year. So our tonnage is actually going down a little bit on electronics because people are finally recycling the flat screens a little bit more than the tube TVs. So I have some hope that there are less of those in everyone's basement, just like sitting in that corner going, I need to get this thing out of here. Please bring it into us. Then it's taken care of. There is a fee associated with that, but the vendor that we use recycles just absolutely everything that they can out of that. And then it's not in your basement anymore.
Yes. Lift that hefty thing for a few more trips, and then you're done with it. It is out of your hair.
You'll be happy. Yeah, you'll be happy that you were able to get rid of it and that you did the right thing. And then eventually we won't have so many. But we still get several of those in every week. And sometimes people will bring 2 or 3 in, and they'll be like, they were in my basement. I'm like, you're kidding.
It's that dirty little.
Surely not.
Dirty little laundry thing that you just kind of keep to the back, or it's like, I mean, most people today too, they're like, oh, I still have my flip phone from so-and-so, and they get so embarrassed about it, but I mean, it's not a bad thing to hang on to electronics until you know your new stuff's gonna work, but when you're finally finished with it, let it go. It could be recycled. It could, if it still has some life in it, someone could repurpose it, rebuy it, and all that. The lifeline of all of these items that we use as consumers does not have to end with you.
Right, so exactly. Yep.
That's the beauty in the recycling program, too.
Exactly.
Is there anything else that you'd like to mention about the Dubois County solid waste management programs or anything like that?
I mainly just wanted to make sure that folks are recycling those lights through mid-January at Rural King or at our process center. And then, of course, just to keep in mind that we have the small device recycling at all the libraries. We can also take that at the process center. And of course, our larger electronics and appliances, et cetera, we do take that year round. So, yep, that's basically.
And you guys have your Facebook and whatnot. If people want to get more connected with you and kind of see what you guys do behind the scenes or personal, like, oh, hey, I can remember your face.
Yeah. Yes.
So
yes, we do have our Facebook page. And we have a website as well. So we have, a bunch of stuff you can look up on the website to find out more about us. Our brochure, et cetera, is there. So, yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carla, for being
Kaitlyn.
with us in Inform today as my debut co-star here. All right. So this has been 18 WJTS Inform. I've been Kaitlyn Neukam, and this is, again, Carla Striegel-Winner, the director of the Dubois County Solid Waste Management. And from all of us here, make sure that you recycle your holiday lights as well as your electronics as you bring in the new stuff for the holiday season and you need to get rid of the old. So less clutter is better and recycling is always an option. So thank you so much for watching, and we are local people watching local people.